Coming up on this episode of Mind the Game. Today, mailbag.
We got great questions from a lot of people on Instagram, YouTube, X, and everything. Steve, what was the most surprising challenge as a head coach, and would you ever pursue it again? I hope dearly people have not forgot about Derrick Rose.
Today, mailbag.
Okay.
You jump right to it?
Yeah, let's jump right to it. We got great questions from a lot of people on Instagram, YouTube, X, and everything. So go ahead, Steve, started us off, and then we're going to just, ping pong it back to each other.
Beautiful. Okay, here's one. Ollie Phipps on IG said, what year would you both say was the peak of your careers?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. What year was the
tough,
peak?
Right?
For
you, do you feel like everything blends into one?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's my peak. I don't know. If you ask me what I feel like was my best season that I had, where I felt the most complete as a basketball player, I would say 2018, 2017-18 season. I felt like I could do no wrong out there on the basketball floor. Offensively, defensively, I felt no flaws in my game. I felt like every time I stepped out on the floor, I really could do everything I wanted to do. All three levels, defensively, guard all three levels. I mean, I still feel that way, but it was just another level of that, in 2017-18, with the team that we had, and so it was just, yeah, that season right there, I felt like that was probably my most complete, season. I played all 82 games, I believe, that year. And then if you include the playoffs, I played over 100 games. I didn't miss one game that season, so a lot of factors went into that.
Yeah, I mean,
LeBron 在这里的答案让我有点惊讶。我个人觉得他巅峰的3年大概是14、15、15、16、16、17，就是回国骑士的前3年。他体能的巅峰，我觉得是他在热火时期的4个赛季，就26到29岁的时候。不过那时候他的外线还没有生涯后期那么准嘛。那他后来回到骑士以后，体能虽然渐渐的开始稍微下滑，不过外线能力啊，对比赛的阅读、判断、协防能力等这些数据上没有这么容易表现出来的能力，我认为都是更上一层楼。总之那段时间他刚回骑士的前3年，我觉得是他综合能力对比赛的影响力跟统治力最大的时候。大家都记得15-16冠军赛，骑士3-1逆转了勇士嘛。LeBron 这个系列赛的得分、篮板、助攻、抄截、火锅5项数据全部都是系列赛最高，毫无疑问是系列赛的最强球员。那在那前一年呢，14-15年，因为没有拿到冠军，所以很少人记得。不过那年他也在少了 Kyrie 跟 K-Love， 几乎是一个人扛着骑士全队，把跟67胜勇士打到6场。那一年也表现得非常不错。这2年，我个人认为是他生涯最巅峰的时候。
For me, it's a tricky one. I would think actually the year after my MVPs, so 4, 5, 05, 06, 06, 07, I think was like raw box score, numerically my best year. I felt in total command. But it's tough. Like when you dive into the advanced stats, it could be a totally different answer. But like I felt like that was the year I had the most kind of the most just juice for it and skill and acumen and command. So that would probably be my year, I would say.
Nice.
All right, from Andrew Mesquita on Instagram, LeBron. Please tell us how good Derrick Rose was pre-injuries through all the battles you've had with him on the court. I feel like folks forget how great he was in Chicago.
Listen, Andrew Mosquita, I hope, and I hope dearly, people have not forgot about Derrick Rose. One of the most explosive players that I've ever played, one of the most competitive players I ever played. Injuries suck. They really do. And he's one of those examples. We have a lot of examples in our sport, obviously, over the years since this game has been introduced. But the battles that I had, you know, against D Rose when I was in Miami, when I went back to Cleveland, the guy, I think he's the youngest. If people don't know, he's the youngest MVP in our league's history. And what he meant for the Chicago Bulls, he meant even more for the city of Chicago in whole. And he's a legend. He's a great. And we all love Derrick Rose. If you have ever played basketball, have ever been a part of our league, there's not one bad thing people can say about Derrick Rose. So he was an unbelievable competitor. So we love Derrick Rose, man.
OK，Derrick Rose，NBA 历史上最可惜的球员之一啊，他是在第4个赛季受伤的。那受伤前跟 LeBron 的球队对战过2次，09-10年第一轮输给骑士，10-11年东区冠军赛输给热火，不过2次都没有特别接近啊，2次都是4-1。14-15年，这个已经是他受过伤之后了。14-15年第3次对上 LeBron 的球队骑士，第3战投进了 Rose 生涯最著名的关键球之一，打板3分绝杀骑士，也算是他生涯的高光画面之一啊！我永远都会记得他进球后面无表情的样子。
Rose trying to get open, fires away, bang! It's over. The Bulls win.
那在Rose 这个进球让公牛赢下第3战以后，他们系列赛一度取得2-1领先哦。不过后来4-2输给骑士，骑士连赢了3场。这也是 Rose 生涯最后一次跟 LeBron 在季后赛对决了。那我也曾经是非常 hardcore 的 Rose 球迷，买了他的书，买了他的自传，买了他的鞋子，买了他的球衣。就像大家说的，希望大家不要忘记 Rose 曾经有多强。
On YouTube, Steve, what was the most surprising challenge as a head coach, and would you ever pursue it again?
I don't think I would pursue it again. You know, it was a unique situation where they came to me and said they, you know, could use my help with this group, and was I up for it? And so that was a great moment, a great journey. You know, unfortunately, we were always hurt. Our big three played 16 games together in over 2 years, so we never really got to see the finish line in a lot of ways. But it was a great experience. What did I learn? You know, one of the things I think that I didn't realize before coaching, there's a lot. But one of the things that I think was interesting was, as a head coach in today's NBA, you are like, in a way, the CEO of a startup, in that you're bringing in a new system and culture to like 60 people. It's not just 12 players. You know, first of all, there's 15 players and two ways. Right? There's 9 coaches, so including you, there could be 9, 10, 11 coaches, who knows, on a staff. There's 5 in the video room, right? There's 10 on the performance team, you know, physios, trainers, strength and conditioning coaches, sports science. Then you have the front office. You know, you have to be in lockstep with the GMs, assistant GMs. There's an analytics department. You know, it might be 3, 4, 5 people in the analytics department that you're constantly interfacing with. So you add it up, if there's 50, 60 people, you know, there's a lot more management skills that come into it, especially maybe as a young coach trying to build something. You end up putting out a lot of fires, or trying to be connective tissue, or spending your time in things that you didn't necessarily expect when you accept a coaching position. So I think that's something that in today's NBA has made coaching unlike it's ever been in any era. I think it's made it more difficult in many ways. Even though you would think by having more people it's gotten better, I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think when teams get themselves cemented, they build that culture, they build that system, the flow can make it easier, and you have more brains, you have more human capital. But as you are building it and trying to settle in what is our best system, what is our best process, how can we build out our all the different departments, performance, analytics, all those things. You know, I haven't even mentioned players very often, right? So like there is a lot going on. You add to a player development. I think that's probably where I would say I was unaware of how tricky that balance was and how much time that took.
So basically, Steve No is not going back to coaching guys.
No, this will be the last The run of mind the game to coach it ends with JJ.
好 ，Nash 这里说的这段我非常的喜欢哦，很多球迷都喜欢用场上实际的战术来评价一个教练。其实从我跟职业球队的教练的一些聊天还有访谈中得到的呢，实际设计场上的战术真的没有占教练那么多的时间。NBA 毕竟是一个商业联盟，像 Nash 提到的，教练有很多总教练有很多其他要做的事。管理一个团队其实占他们最多的时间。你怎么跟老板、管理层、训练员、助理教练员、媒体、自己球队的公关部门，甚至是球员的经纪人沟通？比如说，我看过很多书里面都讲过，经纪人会威胁教练，比如说我不满球员的上场时间太少。甚至有些经纪人会大牌一点的，会威胁说，假设我今天有个 A 客户在你的球队，你不让我这个 A 客户多一点时间，明年我的 B 客户成为自由球员的时候，我就会叫他们不要来你的球队，等等等等。所以教练要处理非常多这种场下的政治事情，非篮球事项。我甚至曾经听过一个曾经在亚洲执教的教练跟我说，他们在赛季之前，如果按照他的自己的安排，他是没有安排某球员的上场时间那么多的，比如说可能只打算给他10分钟。但后来球队高层跟他说，当年的行销有很大一部分围绕在这个球员身上，所以教练必须保证他有一定的上场时间，要给他多一点，可能到20-30分钟这样。总之，教练主要的工作很多都是在处理跟场上根本没有什么关系的政治问题。OK， 所以总教练最重要的是管理整个团队。接着，我个人认为是战略，不是战术哦，战略。像是决定大方向，像是跟 GM 讨论球队要打什么球风啊，什么系统，那我们需要什么样的球员，我们要怎么分配角色，怎么样决定轮替，这个大方向，球队大方向的走向的决定，我觉得这个占次多，最后才是战术本身。那每支球队情况不同，但一般来说，大部分的 NBA 球队主要的总教练就是负责处理这些很多奇奇怪怪的事情，还有决定球队大方向走向。一般来说，细节的战术设计是助理教练的责任。通常一个助理教练会负责进攻，一个负责防守。毕竟他们本身就是他们是实际的做事的人，他们不用接受媒体采访，不用跟经纪人聊一些无为不为，不用跟高层跟老板见面，或者是上节目等等这些之类的。所以他们就是助理教练本身实际就是他们是实际做这些战术设计的人。通常教练会给大方向，然后做最后的决定。但大部分的球队实际的战术是由助理教练负责。那综合以上所有说的，很多时候这也是像 Nash 这样比较纯粹的篮球人，就是没有什么心机，就是自己打自己球员时代自己打自己的篮球。当教练的时候，我相信他也是觉得可能比较多需要负责的东西就是篮球本身。很多时候这也是像他这样的球员会当教练当不好的原因，因为总教练要处理的非篮球事项实在是太多了。今天影片就到这边，感谢你的收看，我们下次见，拜拜。